Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. My name's Brittany. I post makeup related content every single week. To kickstart October, I thought it would be super fun to do a tutorial on turning into Katherine Pierce from the Vampire Diaries. So in this video, I go over in depth how I achieved this look, which is inspired by none other than Katherine Pierce. Let's get into it. Please ignore the bathroom. It is a mess and it's not very aesthetic, but we're at my dad's because my makeup room is at my dad's. A lot of people will start with makeup and then do hair, but I like to do my hair first because I do not live in a place with AC, so I will sweat and I don't want to sweat off all of my makeup before I even leave the house. In the Vampire Diaries, there's a few key visual differences between Katherine and Elena. One of them is their hair. Katherine usually has curly hair, Elena typically has straight hair. Since we're turning into Katherine, I am curling my hair. When I think of Katherine, I think of small ringlet curls that are slightly brushed out or they just fall with time, so that's what we are doing today. I used this curler because it rotates itself and you can switch which direction and it's a lot easier on my shoulder. I haven't curled my hair in months, but I love how it turned out. Oh yeah. Let's go do our makeup. I literally would do my eye makeup like this, or at least close to this in high school, every single day. One of the other main visual differences between Katherine and Elena was their makeup. Elena did not wear her makeup super dark. Katherine tended to go a little bit darker and a little bit more bold. Both of them usually leaned towards browns for the eyeshadow. Katherine tended to wear a lip. If I remember correctly, she wore a red lip or a close to red lip a lot. So today I have a close to red lip that we're going to start with, and then if I hate that, we'll move on to an actual red lip. We're always going to start with a primer. Keep going back and forth on if I want to start with eyes or face. I think we're going to do our base and then do our eyes. Obviously, I am way paler than Nina Dobrev in real life. I did forget to spot conceal, but we're gonna roll with it because my acne is just outrageous right now. We are gonna keep it a little bit pale. My other foundations are great and I love them, but they're a bit too dark for me. And since we're turning into Katherine, I feel like that's not gonna work in my favor. I went with this one, which is pretty much my skin tone. Next, we're going in with concealer. This is also going to be our eyeshadow base, or you could also use a regular eyeshadow primer. I am going to blend out most of my concealer, but I'm going to leave the concealer that's under my eyes. I am going to let the concealer that's under my eyes sit and dry a bit. So while that's happening, I'm going to do my contour. She has some pretty solid contour. She's got the cheekbones, and then I think I am going to do a little bit here just to give the illusion that my jaw is snatched. I'm also going to put some on my forehead just for a little bit of color and then under my jaw. Now we're going to blend that out. When you're blending your forehead, you really want to blend into your hairline. Otherwise, it's going to be light, dark, light. When we're blending this, we want to blend it up. So over here, we're going to be blending it up. Over here and right here, we're going to try to keep it in the same spot. My face already looks a bit more sculpted than it did when we started. I don't really think Katherine uses blush, so I'm going to go in with a very minimal amount of cream blush just to add a little bit of color because it's going to be more subtle, especially after we put all of the powder products on our face. See, it just gives a little bit of color, enough to be noticeable but not overpowering. Now let's blend out our concealer, and we definitely want to set it right away, that way there's no creasing. Katherine has a very matte look to her, so we are going to set our whole face with loose setting powder. I think we're going to do the eyes next. Katherine's makeup is typically on the gray dark shade with a hint of brown. I'm using a cool toned brown and I'm going to place it on the crease of my eye so that then when I relax my eyes, I should be able to see the color. I did watch a lot of other people's tutorials while I was preparing to make this video. A lot of them did the tape trick where they tape it so that then it's a straight line of shadow. But in a lot of the pictures that I was looking at of Katherine, yes, some of them did have that sharp edge, but a lot of times it was more soft. Now with the smaller brush, I'm going to go into a darker shade. I'm going to stamp it on my lid in the outer corner and then bring it into the crease, but not going past halfway. Then we're going to buff that out and blend that together. Next, I am going to tightline. And there's a reason we're doing this now. I was seeing a bunch of things on smoky eyeliner and regular thick eyeliner. I think it just depends on the season. I'm going to start with a eyeshadow smoky eyeliner, see if it gives enough Katherine-y vibes, and then if it doesn't, then we will add thick liner. I think I'm going to do a black shadow liner. Then I'm going to take that first shade that we use with a flatter fluffy brush and go under my eye with it. We are also doing this to smoke out that eyeliner on the bottom. That's why it doesn't really matter if your eyeliner is a bit messy, because you are just going to smoke it out a little bit. That's one of my favorite things about smoky eyeliners. And doing this just really ties your whole eye look together. I feel like it makes it so much more dramatic, and Katherine definitely had this too. Granted, a lot of times she had veins under her eyes because she was, you know, vamping out, but then you're going to do the same thing with the top. Then I'm going to go in and blend it all together with a clean, fluffy brush. You want to take almost a champagne shade of shimmer with a brush because you don't want it to be too crazy. You're going to paint it on the inner corner. Off camera, I did put on a little bit of lip plumper, not too much. Like we said earlier, Katherine's contour is pretty dramatic. So we are going to go in with a cool toned bronzer. Pretty much everywhere that we put our cream contour. I know it looks a little bit crazy right now, but it will pan out, I promise. There's a little bit of blush left on my blending out brush, so I am gonna make that work to my advantage. I also don't really think she wears highlight, so we're gonna leave that off. Next, we are going to do our brows and lashes. For brows, I don't really think I need to do anything different. Her brows are typically a little bit fluffier like mine, so I feel like it's gonna be fine. I know what you may be thinking. Brittany, I can't see your lashes. I know. Once this mascara dries, we will be putting on our Lily lashes. While I'm waiting for my mascara to dry, I am going to go change. I feel like they're dry enough. I do have other ones coming in the mail because I did drop these on my rug and this one does act up. But like, look at that. Did you see how easy those were to apply? Glueless, super fast, super sticky, amazing. Get some. Now for lip. I'm going to go in with the Judy Doll Watery Lip Gloss. This is kind of a red tint. The first time I applied this, I immediately thought of this video and thought that it would be perfect for this video. As I have it on, I do still agree. So let me know in the comments, does this give Katherine Pierce vibes? I just took the lip gloss off and it is a stain, so I don't know. I feel like it gives Katherine vibes. Maybe the lips give a little bit more Elena vibes than Katherine because it is more subtle. So let's put on a red lip and see. I couldn't decide between matte and not matte, so we are going to go with matte with the About Face Matte Lip Paint. Okay. I must say a red lip does give a bit more Katherine vibe. Let me know in the comments what you think. Which one gives more Katherine? If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly makeup content. October is going to be a super fun month for us. I have lots of fun things planned. If you don't want to miss any videos, hit the bell so that then you can get notified each time. You guys can also stay in the loop by joining my newsletter, Beauty with Brit. The link is down below. See you guys next week.